Delta. He's got air spray. Air spray in front of you.
Hey, pie that.
With you, 19.
Hold on. Let me see your hands. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Drop the gun. Drop the gun.
This video documents a tense police encounter captured on multiple body cameras as officers respond to a report of an armed individual. Inside a multi-story building, the footage begins with officers already inside the structure, moving cautiously through hallways while attempting to locate the suspect. Their communication is rapid and focused, emphasizing safety and coordination as they advance. Officer number 1 is the first to visually identify the suspect. He warns other officers to back up and repeatedly orders the man to drop the gun. The suspect, however, does not comply and continues moving deeper into the building. Officers maintain distance while trying to contain him, communicating directions like "pie that corner" and identifying his location as he heads toward a second-floor garage area. The team works together to track his movements while keeping each other informed. Officer Hash then takes over visual contact. He refers to the suspect as Chico, repeatedly asking him to stop and remove his hands from his pockets. The officer updates the others over the radio, noting the man's direction and calling out that he is moving upward, toward another level. Despite the repeated requests to stop, the suspect continues climbing the staircase to the 3rd floor. Officers maintain verbal de-escalation techniques, trying to prevent the situation from escalating further. Officer number 3 engages next, calling the suspect by name Jacob and again, urging him to show his hands. The commands intensify as the officers become more certain that he is armed. Several times they instruct him to drop the gun, but the suspect still does not comply. Their tone remains firm but controlled, signaling their ongoing attempt to resolve the situation without force. Officer Hashforth's Bodycam provides the clearest interaction. At this point, the suspect is seated on the floor with the gun positioned between his legs. The officer calmly addresses him as Michael or Mike, offering reassurance and emphasizing that the officers do not want to harm him. He explains that they want to arrest him safely and peacefully, reminding him that everyone present has families and wants to go home safely. The officer attempts to reason with him, asking how the situation can be resolved and whether Mike can commit to avoiding violence. While the suspect's responses are not audible, his body language appears uneasy, prompting additional reassurance to improve visibility. Officers set up lights, explaining each step so the suspect is not startled. They maintain transparency, describing the equipment as simple work lights and emphasizing that nothing being done is intended to threaten him. However, officer number 4 notes changes in the suspect's posture and warns him to stay calm, trying to steer the situation back toward verbal compliance. Officer number 5 joins in with further efforts to de-escalate. He stresses that no one wants the suspect to get hurt and that harm can be avoided if he simply puts the gun down and remains seated. The officer continues encouraging cooperation, reminding him that standing up or making sudden movements increases the danger for everyone involved. Despite these continuous attempts at peaceful resolution, tension rises as the officers declare less lethal ready, preparing for possible escalation while still trying to avoid force. Suddenly, a shot is fired, its origin unclear from the audio alone, but officers immediately call out, "Hold your fire," to prevent unnecessary retaliation. They quickly check on each other's safety while maintaining control of the unfolding situation. Throughout the footage, officers consistently attempt to negotiate, communicate clearly, and use de-escalation tactics while managing the threat of an armed suspect. The video highlights the pressure and difficulty of these encounters, balancing officer safety, suspect safety, and the goal of resolving a dangerous situation without violence.